Welcome back to Idaho Today. You know, it may still be winter, but we should be thinking forward to our gardens, because gardens are not just about eating fresh food, but they're also about taking control of what we eat and supporting our health and the planet, plus creating some special opportunities for the family. We're going to get into the thick of it with Bailey Van Tassel. She's the author of Kitchen Garden Living. She's joining us from Tennessee, sharing how we can all create our own gardens from design to harvest. So great to have you join us, Bailey.
I'm so glad to be here. Thank you so much.
All right, so Bailey, your book, absolutely beautiful. Loved taking a look at it. There's so much in there. It's not just about gardening, but it's also about bringing the family together. It's about the wholesome and the benefits of eating the food that you personally grow. Such a lovely book. I have to say, the first thing that caught my attention when I was reading it is the fact that you recommend a garden journal. I love gardening. I've been gardening since I've been a kid with my family. They have a half acre. We grow plants, but we've never journaled our gardening. What is the benefit of keeping a journal, and why do you recommend doing that?
I love it. I love that you garden. That's so amazing. So the reason I recommend a garden journal is so that it makes each season, especially in a kitchen garden when you're growing food and you're getting specific about what you're growing, how much of it, the timing of it, it just helps you stay on top of sort of what you're doing out there. And at the end of every season, it's really nice to reflect on what worked, what didn't work, if there were any pest issues, anything you really loved. I remember one year I fully replaced all the spinach that we ate as a family with this one variety of spinach. I got this random seed packet. I threw it in the ground. I paid attention to nothing. I was just like, being so excited and just planting spinach. And then the next year I was like, oh my gosh, I don't remember the variety. I don't remember how much I planted. I don't know when I threw it in the ground. Totally. I know nothing now. So it's really sort of just, even if it's just a few notes as you go, I find that it's very, very helpful as you're planning the next season, just to help you be a little bit more efficient in your garden. If you have the goal of like replacing the grocery store or really getting detailed about what you're growing.
Okay. And then, your book obviously called Kitchen Garden, and you're saying kitchen garden. So really quick, define, what is a kitchen garden?
Yeah, a kitchen garden is a vegetable garden in close proximity to the house that's really designed to grow as much food as possible. But I also consider it a garden that's really like a part of your everyday life. It's helping you dictate how you eat, how you spend your time. It's like an extension of the home, but outside.
I love that. Love that. Okay. Also in the book, for those who are gardeners or those who are like, you know what, it's the season, I'm going to do that. Let's talk about planning your garden, right? So I know that there are many of us out there watching that, like, you go to the store and you're like, I'm gonna get some eggs, I'm gonna get some milk, and oh, I happen to pass through the garden center and they got cucumbers. I'm gonna grow my own cucumbers. Is it okay to have like a, kind of a unplanned process? But on the flip side, why is it important to make sure that we are being mindful and we do have a planned process? Let's talk about the pros and cons of both those situations.
Yes, for sure. So the pros of having something really planned out is you're going to get maximum yield if you really want to grow a lot of food. So you can get a jump start on your season by starting seeds inside or in a greenhouse. You can be really specific about how many plants you put in, maybe you have raised beds, maybe you're gardening in ground, but you can get really specific about what you're growing, the quantities, and you can, like I said, really maximize not only how many plants, like how much crop you're getting, but also how long your season is. If you are, and so those are sort of like the pros. However, and I love this, sometimes I go to the garden center and I'm like, oh, great, like petunias, doing it, gorgeous, let's grab them, let's throw them in, let's see what happens. Like, absolutely throw caution to the wind. If it's giving you joy and it's getting you out there, do it. I will say that you're just shortening your window and potentially not giving yourself as much time to grow in like a higher volume. I would say, though, if you are buying a beautiful looking cucumber start at your nursery, I would assume that it's the time for it to go in the ground. I'm not sure of the U.S. hardiness zone where you guys are in Idaho, and you might have multiple zones, but if you look up your U.S. hardiness zone plus your zip code, like on Google, it will give you a number and a letter. So in Middle Tennessee, I'm zone 7B, And so I will know like roughly around March 22nd is when my last frost is done. So I can pretty much start planting things and then the season evolves from there. So I'm going to have seeds that are already started and transplants that are already ready to go, like the moment I know there's not going to be any frost, or that I think I know there's not going to be any more frost. So the like benefit of kind of having a plan. But if you're going to a trusted garden center and you see something that looks happy and healthy and it's like, hey, is now a good time to start cucumbers? And they say yes, go for it. However, really quick note. I was living in Southern California and everybody is always waiting for tomatoes. I think this is like a nationwide obsession with tomatoes. Personally, I think they're just buzz. I'm not a huge fan. I grow them, but they're just like so high maintenance. But tomatoes are something that they'll be greenhouse grown. They'll show up at the nursery, but they may not be fully ready for you to just like abandon in your garden. So make sure that the temperatures for any of those really warm, like hot, warm season crops, peppers, eggplant, tomatoes, basil, some of those, they like really like Mediterranean hot climates. You really want to make sure you've got temps at night that are like in the mid 50s or above. So there's some rules of thumb. If you feel nervous, ask someone at the nursery. Hopefully they will have good advice for you. But that's the only caution when you're just like a cucumber plant. It's like,
yeah, you're like,
sometimes
okay, so it comes down to kind of your intention, right? Like if you're really trying to yield something that you plan on eating for the entire season and using that to supplement your garden, you're going to want to plan. But if you are going out and you're like, I want to grow things to grow, and if I can eat it, awesome, we'll see what happens, then be the free spirit. But regardless, the information and advice you need is in your book. Bailey, where can people find it?
Thank you. You can just find Kitchen Garden Living on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, anywhere books are sold, or at baileyvantassel.com.
Bailey, thank you so much. I want to stay in touch because it's winter, right? We're all going to be planning here very, very soon. I love your advice, so I'm hoping to have you back. Would you come back, Bailey?
Absolutely. I can't wait.
Wonderful.
You tell me when I'm there.
Excellent. All right, everyone stick around because, well, first of all,